I was booming, man.
I don't know.
What's up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, TigerFitness.com. Trend's making me a bit out of breath. Alongside
Dr. Homie Sean, you know there is a human prescription usage for trenbolone.
Yes.
It's if you sleep too well, if your skin's too light, blood pressure's too low, or if you're not angry enough.
And if you don't sweat in your sleep.
If you don't change your sheets daily due to sweat, you need trenbolone.
So you need TRT, Trenbolone Replacement Therapy.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Anyway, guys, so we're at the Chicago Fit Expo today, and one of my friends, she's actually getting her diet done by an NPC tard. You know what NPC tards are. They're those NPC coaches who fix everything with drugs and have no idea what they're doing. One of the things they do that just drives me insane, she has her eating fish at every meal as her protein source. Every meal. It's like prom night over and over and over again, man. It's fucked up. It drives me insane. So we've been talking about this. We've actually talked about this on camera a while ago. Like varying protein sources, like protein sources. Sean, what is it about protein sources? Should we be eating the same protein source, or should we just say, fuck it, I'm just going to eat protein sources that fit my macros?
Well, eating fish, is clearly from the Hanalana Rambam school of thought.
Yeah.
So,
Hanalana Rambam, I heard he likes the number 7.
Yeah. And if anything more or less is wrong and stupid.
Yes, and if you don't follow him, you do not follow the Garden Gnome variety of diets.
You'll never amount to anything.
No.
You'll never be more than a sprinkler head.
And you'll never be gifted.
Yeah. So, anyway, protein sources.
Yes.
As with women, you should vary them.
Yeah, I agree.
Just kidding, guys.
No, he's not.
Not about the women part. But the protein part, for sure, you need variety in your diet.
Yes.
You want a variety of amino acid profiles. You want a variety of micronutrients that are found more heavily in different food sources, such as fish may have more EPA and DHA, meat may have more iron and etc.
CLA in beef, things like that. Yeah.
There's different nutrients found in different foods, along with different amino acid profiles.
Yeah, and the thing is, we actually I went to All Fish for a while last year, and I noticed that when I added, you noticed the same thing at the same time, when I added chicken and beef back in, I actually felt better.
Yeah.
And that's all anecdotal. Look, that has nothing to do with the amino acid profiles probably, but there are different micronutrients within meats. And here's the thing I also wanted to spell. Fish does not thin your skin. Okay, there's no inherent protein or that you can't, first of all, you can't thin your skin. But some of these trainers, like let's think about what they do and let's dissect it down to the nanogram, okay? Now, the reason they switched to fish, and it might appear to work, is that whitefish or tilapia is extremely low in fat and carbohydrate. It's essentially 100% protein. So if you take somebody who's eating chicken that might have 2 to 4 grams of fat per 20 grams of protein, and you take them down to 0 to 1 gram of fat to 20 to 22 grams of protein or whatever, they're going to have less calories, so they're going to appear to lose weight. When you lose weight, you have less fat in your subcutaneous. What is it doing? Thinning your skin.
Right. And they usually implement this towards the end of a contest prep. When you have someone who's in great shape, maybe like 7% for a guy, 6%, maybe 12% for a girl.
Yeah.
So that last bit of fat that they lose by lowering their calories, not by switching protein sources, makes a big difference.
Because the NPC tards, they don't use macronutrients. They use old school meal plans.
Yeah.
Where you're eating, for example, the girl I was talking to, she watches my videos. Hi. She's eating 8 meals a day, of which 3 of them are tilapia, 5 ounces of tilapia, with veggies, green veggies. Sean, that's 120 calories.
Yeah.
Even if she ate that 8 times a day, she's barely over 1,000 calories, and she's doing 45 minutes of cardio twice a day. I know this is beyond the scope, but what I'm saying is just because you read something in Flex, that Hani Ramban and his FST7 bullshit, what he said, I said his name, not Hamalama Ding Dong.
It's Hamalama Rambam.
Yes. Okay, but just because they say it doesn't mean, if it doesn't make sense, it most likely doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, causation and correlation are not the same thing, obviously. The people are losing fat and getting to their leanest level, but it's because their calories are at the all-time lowest.
It comes down to thermodynamics, guys. So at the end of the day, vary your protein sources. Get your whey protein. Hell, I love your Pro Zero, that vegan protein. I like throwing that in there due to its unique amino profile.
And that's a quick point that we'll touch on, that you don't have to use just whey protein. Even if you're not a vegan, I'm not a vegan, you're not a vegan.
Nah, I just got through eating some
Doug's not a vegan, and yet we all incorporate Pro Zero in our diet, just as I use MTS Whey or Core MRP, milk-based proteins in my diet. You can incorporate both. You're not choosing one or the other. Just similarly, you should not have to choose, to have just tilapia or just chicken or just turkey or just beef. You can mix and match.
Or just blondes or brunettes or black women.
No, you gotta be able to move seamlessly between cultures and meats.
All right, guys. I think that should answer the question. Sean, thanks for joining us again. Pro Zero link down below. Vary your protein sources. Don't listen to NPC tards. That's not a game.
Hum,